Good Wednesday morning, April 29th, 2015. Good morning, my beautiful, precious brothers and sisters on this most beautiful day. Spring is truly here and in the air. So much going on in the world today. I want to come on here quickly and just love on you a little bit and give you encouragement and lift your spirits today. We're living in the end days, but it's not a time that we should be troubled. It's not a time that we should be worried about our own safety and our own well-being or destruction. It's not for us. We need to worry about the unsaved, about those that are not born again, that are going to face all the things that are to come upon this whole world. It's not a time for us to be troubled. It's a time that our parents, their parents, and grandparents all spoke of and only dreamed that they would live to see. And we're living it. We're living to see Bible prophecy as it's happening at such a rapid pace right now in the world. The earthquakes are increasing. The earth is beginning to wobble like a drunkard. The birth pains and great tribulation is peeking its head right around the corner. The biblical son of perdition, the lawless one, is in the wings, ready to make his appearance. And when we see so much trouble in the world, we are to see that we are not troubled by these things. We're going to talk about the mother in a moment of the young protester in the Baltimore riots. I want to talk about that and about family. But first, let's go to ministry announcements. I want to thank for this morning a precious sister from Texas who gave an offering of $4 to our ministry and to the homeless. You know who you are, and may Father God just abundantly bless you. Because let me tell you one thing about this sister. That $4 was probably half of all that she had and all that she was able to give. But in Father God's eyes, you have blessed this ministry so immensely. Another person I want to acknowledge is Mary, or Marion, who sent me this beautiful card that I received in the mail yesterday. I can't see what I'm showing you, so I hope it's, I hope you're able to see. And contained within was a check for our ministry to the homeless of $200. So what a blessing. Father God is pouring out his blessings upon our ministry today. And we're in the final moments. We're in the last hours. Let me talk to you about family for a moment. I want to get your opinion, if I can, right now in the comment section below, regarding the mother who found her son, her child, in the midst of the uprisings and the rioting in Baltimore, and she went after him, and she did not spare the rod. But what led the child to follow along with his peers to do such damage and such chaos and rioting? But this mother corrected him in front of everyone, in front of live cameras on CNN News. My first thought is they're going to arrest her because we do not have God in this country any longer. Jesus, Yeshua, is no longer the head of the church, and discipline has left the home along with strong Christian values. I was disciplined as a child growing up by my grandmother. I would get a whipping when I got out of line. She did not spare the rod, and this child, believe me, was not spoiled. But children today are spoiled. They're allowed to get away with things that I could never get away with, and it's all done out of, we cannot correct our children. They're going to call protective services, and even when you go to the doctors now, emergency room with a child, when I was a child, I had bruises because I would fall off my bike. I wouldn't listen to my grandmother. I would disobey her or defy her. And I remember one time riding my banana seat bike. I don't know if you're old enough to know what that is, with a sissy bar, and down Suicide Hill is what they called it. And I was forbidden to go anywhere near. And I did. And I injured my leg pretty badly. And my grandmother took me to the emergency room and asked the doctor was cleaning up my wounds. He said, I can fix your leg. Now, your grandmother, when you get home, needs to fix your backside. But that is non-existent in today's society. Today, we see so many broken homes, marriages that have ended in divorce, and a lot of times the parent, either the mother or the father, will blame themselves for their child now not having a dad in the home or a mom in the home. And rather than raise them up with strong values, they will give in to the child. They will sometimes even elevate the child above the absent parent. Children will not want to go to school. They'll be defiant. Parents will not correct their children. They're afraid to correct their children. We've lost what the living word has told us. I wanted to share that with you. Husbands, love your wives. Wives, love your husbands. Put God first in your life, then your spouse, then your children, but raise them up. Idle hands are the work of the devil. I have to question all these young people in the crowds. Why weren't they at work? Why weren't they at school? Many drop out of school today. Parents have lost control of the family. Children are just getting away with playing video games all day, sitting up all night. Parents buying them expensive presents, rewarding them for not doing what the living word says, to work by the sweat of their brow. Leave me comments. I love you very much, and lift our ministry up in prayer today. And if you feel led to give to our ministry, isn't that beautiful? I'll put the link below. Our ministry to the homeless. We do need your help. Be encouraged. He's coming. The signs are all around us. He's about to break the sky. He's coming, bride. Be ready.